Would definitely be a big position for us to fill. What he gives our team, what he brings, his energy, leadership, his defensive ability, his toughness, all stuff that's hard to replace. But we would just have to try to do it as a collective team.
What has he said to you about, the ankle?
He said he felt fine, but you never know till you get out on the floor. Try to cut and move and stuff like that. So I guess we'll see.
What do you see from Anthony Edwards and some of those young guys at Georgia that can play?
I haven't seen too much. I just know from watching McDonald's All-American games and stuff like that he's pretty good. They got a really good team. Georgia's well coached. Tom Crean's done a great job. Over the past couple of years. So Georgia will be definitely a good test for us, especially on the road. We got a lot of young guys, so we just gonna have to come together to try to get a win.
You've been playing really well off the ball. Do you think if Ashton, for some reason, can't go, would you stay off the ball or move back and do some of the point?
It honestly doesn't matter to me whether I'm playing on or off. Me and Tyrese can play on or off the ball. If Ashton's able to go, he can even play off the ball. So honestly, when we're playing 3 guards or 2 guards, it doesn't really matter. We're pretty much comfortable whichever way.
3-point shot's starting to fall a little more. How much of a relief is that to see it in game action?
It's great, but if I live and die with the shots I take. So if I'm making, it's all great, and if I'm missing, you just keep shooting the same shots that you get. You just gotta let it fly, have confidence with it.
What makes Edwards effective, Immanuel? Why is he good?
He's like 6'6", really strong, athletic, can shoot it, can create his own shot. Which in turn makes his teammates better because you're spending so much attention guarding him. So we'll have a tough task, guarding him tomorrow.
I think of you as if I was trying to decide who was going to have him, who was going to guard him, I would think you.
I appreciate that.
No, I'm not just saying that. What do you think you bring as a defender?
I got really long arms. I think my wingspan is like 6'9" or 6'10", so really long arms. He can get out, get deflections, can contest. I think I'm pretty quick defensively, so just being able to use my tools and effectively to be able to get stops and make stuff hard for the offensive players really key.
How much defense did you play as a high school player, or prior to?
None. None at all.
None.
Yeah.
What did you do at that end of the court?
Was waiting for the missed shot so I could go play offense.
How long does it take you to learn defense at the college level, especially with what Cal wants you to do?
I think you're serious, but go ahead.
Defense here is way different, especially than high school. The game's way faster. There's multiple rotations that you got to get down. Playing defense here, even at other schools, I think it's a little bit more difficult here, just because there's so many like NBA concepts that you got to get down in a short amount of time because we're moving fast here. So you just got to try to learn on the fly and hopefully get it down before sooner than later.
I remember with Bora, tell me if I'm wrong, the idea was to make him go left. I'm wondering if there's an idea with Edwards.
Oh well, we haven't watched any. But we haven't done our scout report at all yet. But War that was the idea, to make him go left, don't give him anything easy. But I mean, really, honestly, all these players are good that we're playing, so you can try to take stuff away. But if they don't have an off night, they might hit some shots. So things like that, just try to make everything hard, play team defense, and just really have each other's backs.
Having that first year under your belt, what do you remember about going on the road in the SEC and why it's a big challenge?
Every game's tough. Most teams' student sections are like right on the floor, so they're screaming and yelling and saying stuff. So just got to try to be composed. And for a freshman, that can be tough. But I've seen it before, so I probably won't be too rattled or too nervous or anything like that. So just got to try to stay composed and try to help out the young guys.
What stands out in your memory of things that you've heard, either directed at you or someone else? I mean, that's stuck in your mind.
The fans can say some pretty crazy stuff sometimes. They can be a bit ruthless, but you just got to try to, like I said, stay composed, listen to coach's game plan, and just try to stay together as a team. Because when you travel, it's just the 12 guys you got and the coaching staff and things like that versus everybody in the arena.
Is there one fan base that does their homework on you guys, reads your bio, knows your family, your likes, your dislikes? Is there one fan base that does that?
Tennessee was pretty tough. That was probably the loudest arena I've been in was Tennessee. I can't remember anything in particular, but Tennessee was probably the loudest I've been in.
What about Georgia? You guys went there last year. What?
Yeah, Georgia was really crazy, especially for Ashton. Even in warm-ups, they were yelling and screaming at Ashton before the game, all about his commitment and stuff like that. So I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun for him this game too.
How did he handle it? What did he,
He handled it with 30.
Good answer.
Yeah.
All right.
If Ashton isn't able to be 100%, how does that alter, not necessarily the game plan, but maybe the rotations, especially if Johnny can't play, and it shrinks that rotation some?
Yeah, it's tough, especially already without Johnny, but if we don't have Ashton, that could be like a 37, 38-minute type game for me and Tyrese. We're in shape, but, you kind of want to, get that 5 to 6 minute, 7 minute if you can rest. But, if we have to go all 40, I'm pretty sure we could go all 40.
Riley Welsh, I know that he wants to be a coach someday, and his
Yeah.
dad's coach of the Clippers. I see him before every game coaching Nate and Keon and some of those guys. What do you think of his coaching future?
That's one of my best friends, man. I sit next to him on the bench every time I'm on the bench because first of all, he's funny, but then he has a really good basketball mind. When we're on defense on our side, he's always talking and screaming, knows the other team's plays because he knows he's on the scout team and stuff like that. So he's screaming and yelling stuff before it even happens. So Riley's really good with that stuff.
How will you say funny? What? Give me an example of his humor.
I don't know. He's just always me and Riley. I work out with Riley sometimes, and we'll do a lot of live stuff. And if he gets a stop on me, he'll start screaming, and there'll be nobody in the gym, stuff like that.
And I want to make sure I got it right. I heard one of our other people told me that after the last game, you said about free throws that you close your eyes.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought you when you shot it, you closed.
Oh nah,
I was really
that good. I
impressed.
don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
But I'll try it maybe.
Why? At what point do you do that? In the
Honestly, it started at the Louisville game. I always took a deep breath, but I never really closed my eyes. But honestly, when I'm closing my eyes, it kind of feels better, honestly. So I'll probably just stay with it as long as I keep making free throws.
It sounds like a relaxing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm sure you've been asked this, but do you guys have any sense for whether you'll have Ashton in Athens, and if you do or don't, who's got to kind of fill that role?
We don't know if we're gonna have Ashton. He told me he felt pretty good, but you never know till you get on the floor with cutting and stuff like that. But if we don't have him, it's gonna have to be a group effort, to take on the stuff that he does. Defensively, his leadership, his toughness. We just got to try to, make it a group effort to, bring the stuff that he brings on a night-to-night basis.
Last year at Georgia was his biggest game of the year. He obviously rose to that challenge. It meant something to him. Is he going to be knocking doors down, trying to play one way or the other, going back home?
I'm sure he will. He's a competitor, and he looks forward to every challenge, and this would definitely be a good challenge that he would want to, come out and get a good performance again in his hometown.
Immanuel, what do you know of Anthony Edwards, and is it a situation where anybody's volunteered to guard him like you did against Warren in the Louisville game or whatever?
Honestly, I don't know a lot. The freshman guys that play with him a lot, McDonald's and Jordan Brandon, stuff like that. From what I heard, he's a really good player. Of course, McDonald's All-American, you got to be really good. He's athletic, 6'6", can create his own shot. It's going to be a tough task for us, but, I think if our defense comes to play and we're all together and it's not just one-on-one, I think we'll have a pretty good shot.
Is this the kind of game that makes Tyrese's antenna go up?
Yeah, Tyrese is always, in the big games, as we can see. He had like 27 versus Louisville, 26 Michigan State. So any big game, you can expect Tyrese to come play.
Thank you.